come I can't see it there? Okay. It's Tim, and I have been trying a few times to get this live streaming going for you. What I want to do is I'm looking through charts by myself, so I thought, why not invite you guys in and look at some charts together. So it looks like it might be working right now, so we're gonna hop over into it. You'll see here, this is message, and I have set up for Thinkorswim to text me whenever the 20-day simple moving average crosses above the 50-day simple moving average, and when the 10-day simple moving average crosses above the 20-day simple moving average. It'll tell me to the upside, then it also does it to the downside. So the 20 crossing below the 50 and the 10 crossing below the 20. So that's what we're going to look at, is these tickers, and you'll see here that there's 4 boxes here. These are all the same. We're going to look through these tickers here, and it's the 10 SMA crossing above the 20 SMA. And so we'll go look through them together. We'll set alerts for the different tickers, and then we will see if tomorrow, if any of them trigger off. So let's go look at it. Looking at Netflix and CVS. So NFLX, and again, this is alert for the 10-day crossing the 10-day crossing the 20. So the 10-day crossing above the 20. Boom, and I've got some Miley Cyrus radio in the background. And if you have any tickers that you want me to look at, put them in the comments, and we'll look at them. So I like this. I talked about this previously when I was trying to get the streaming to work. There's a little bit of resistance up here, and then we have today the wick, and it throws it to the resistance up here. So I like this because we're well above that orange 50-day simple moving average. We have the blue and crossing above the 20-day simple moving average. And then if you look at a further out chart, the next resistance we have is back here, back in October, and it's up at the 380, we'll call it. And so we have opportunity for, maybe like a $20 move. So I like Netflix. I have my alert set at 361, just above that. Let's look at the next one, CVS. Oops, that's not right. CVS. CVS has earnings coming up, which can be all right, but you'll see this. So this is alerted us that the 10, that blue line, is crossing above the green line, the 20 simple moving average, but it's setting under the 50 right here. So it's kind of sending mixed signals. And then we got earnings coming up out here on the 20th. So this is a pass for me. And then MYL, I know I looked at this yesterday, and my alert actually triggered, but it's still not enough for me yet. So I'm going to cancel off that alert. But you see here we had a big move of price movement to the upside. It closed above this 50-day simple, but then it's just been going sideways, and today we have a little bit of a wick to the upside. So I want to see this thing really kind of break out above the high of this candle body for me to say, yeah, let's go for it. So I'm actually going to set an alert at the high of today, which was 31.30, and we'll see if tomorrow, if it can alert me, 31.30. If it can alert me, and if so, then we'll look at for an entry. And then also too, if you're looking at if you have your own tickers, let me know. I can go through them and give you my own. Trip, I think I like Trip a lot. Let's go look at it. Trip. Alright, ooh, Trip looks beautiful. Trip looks really great. So we have it coming down. It's been in a downward trend for December. What stock wasn't in a downward trend? And then we have it crossing above the 10-day simple moving average on January 4th, and then a crossing above the 20-day simple moving average on January 8th, and then it's been going sideways. But what I like about today is it had a 4% move, big candle body with volume, and it's above the 50-day simple moving average. So what we need to see is this thing to continue to move up for this to be a great entry. So I'm going to set an alert at the top of that wick. The only thing we need to watch is earnings coming up too. So we'd want, if we did get into this trade, we'd want to exit out before earnings. Reason why is implied volatility is inflated or pumped in to a stock as earnings, anticipation for earnings comes. And then once earnings is announced, all that implied volatility gets sucked out, and implied volatility impacts the premium of an option. So all of your options premium gets sucked out. So you don't want to be on that side if we're buying to open, which is what we would look to do. So next ticker is D, and then DLTR. D, let's look at it. Ooh, so I like this one too because we just had earnings, so earnings is out of the way, and then it's above the 10, 20, and it's setting right under that 50-day simple moving average. So what would be awesome for this is if it closed above that 50-day simple moving average and then continued to move up. It would be something like this price point right back here, where we had the 10 and 20 cross, and it above that 50, or maybe something like. So anyways, we need it to cross above the 50, and then we'll come back and look at it. But right now it's not looking like an entry for right now, which is fine. So this is great too. It's above the 50-day simple moving average. We possibly have earnings out here in March. It had a huge pop, and it's showing a little bit of resistance, so maybe wait a little bit to enter into that one. DLTR, CAG, and MRO is our next ones. CAG, nope. MRO, I don't want to get into oil. Stay away from it. GPS and GT, it just burned me so hard the end of last year. I'm like, no. So this is mixed signals. The 10 might be crossing above that 20, but it's all setting under the 50. If anything, this could be maybe a bearish play, but we're looking for bullish plays. GT and VMC, GTE. Let's see. Okay, it's under the 50 and we've got earnings, so stay away from it. Let's see what else. VMC and LYB. VMC. It's not really trending. There's not a huge trend here. It's just been sideways. Look, back here since November, it's been basically at the 106. It's just wiggled around. VMC and LYB. Ooh, interesting. But it's not in a strong trend. So what am I saying that's interesting? It's setting above all the 10, 20, and 50 simple moving average. We did just have earnings, and it's actually missed earnings but moved up, and then it's going sideways. But overall the chart is not trending very hard, so guess what, we're gonna pass. Let's see. LYB, PCG, and ZTS. Procter and Gamble. Oh, PG&E. No. PG&E is horrible. Created the largest wildfire in California history, most deadliest and destructive, most destructive as far as structures go. No thanks. Okay. This one's probably a pass too. The reason why is price point and movement is under the 50-day simple moving average. Although the 10 and the 20 are moving up towards the 50, and the price is technically over the 50-day simple moving average, our moving averages 10 and 20 are still below, and then we have earnings coming up. There's just not a clear enough signal for us to say, yeah, let's look at it. Okay, so that looks like that's all of the tickers for this the 10-day simple moving average crossing above the 20. That's a very quick. I think it took 5 minutes, and I do it a lot quicker whenever I'm not explaining what I'm doing. It takes about 5 minutes to find a trade, and all I'm doing is I'm setting alerts. I'm letting the moving averages be the trigger for me, and then I follow my trade plan with entries and exits. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And if you're interested in following along with us and seeing every trade that we enter in, that we exit, and the rationale behind it, you can get more information by going to optionlegacy.com/Suzy Alerts, and it is a monthly subscription. It's going for $150, but you can get $50 off down to $100 if you use the promo code Legacy now. So optionlegacy.com/Suzy Alerts, and you will see every trade that we enter and that we exit, the rationale behind it as soon as it happens. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, let's build that legacy.